Okay, hey everyone, Plasma15 here. Just wanted to say something first before the match starts. I totally forgot to save this match, so I'm sorry for that, X Square. I meant to, but I just totally forgot. It's not that it was a bad battle or anything. It was a very fun battle, but I just totally forgot to save it. So sorry about that. But I'm still gonna keep true and upload the match because it's not bad at all or anything. I just forgot to save it. So yeah, um. When he uploaded the match, I just took the video and downloaded it and removed his narration so that I can narrate it. Because I said I would upload it, so yeah. So narration is starting now after, because I totally forgot what happened just now. All I saw was like Chestoberry woke Quagsire up. I'm guessing I like hypnosed it. But yeah, I Willis it misses Quagsire, which I don't really care about. But he earthquakes me and brings me down to my sash. He predicts a switch. And I go into Pidgeot, and he goes for an Ice Punch, and that doesn't do crap to Pidgeot, even though it's super effective, because bulky Pidgeot is bulky. So I Feather Dance as he goes for a Curse, so that kind of like defeats the purpose. So I Toxic him now, even though I know he has Rest, because he has a Chesto Berry. And he Ice Punches, and it doesn't do crap after the Feather Dance. So yeah, here begins like a mini stall war. I hate stall wars, and so does he. So we're both going to switch out soon, because we're pro like that. And I go for a Feather Dance, as he goes for a Curse. So you're probably going to see that for a little while, and by a little while I mean like stopping this turn. So yeah, I go on the Mexican the Cag turn for a horrible double switch against a Glaceon. Because pro. So yeah. I withdrew to go into Rapidash for Death Fodder, because I figure a Glaceon, like most of the time when I see Glaceon, they're usually choice in some way, so I figure I just want to see what he locked himself into. So yeah, he locked himself in the Ice Beam. I use Flamethrower on Octillery, does a lot, but he Ice Beams, and this is where I found out he's choice, because it does a crap load to Octillery. So he switches out into Ampharos as I keep on flamethrowing, and it doesn't even do 80 damage to Ampharos. That's how beast Ampharos is, one of my favorite Pokemon. So I go out into Holy Moly as he goes for a charge to raise his special defense, or SPDF as some people say. And yeah, I don't bother predicting a switch because I don't have Stunch on this Sand Slash. And yeah, he goes into Tropius. Now he predicts a switch into something else. So he goes for a Leech Seed as I go into Pidgeot. And since I'm a wall, that's clearly a bad thing. But he's going to clearly switch out, so I just predict that and go for a Roost. As he goes into Ampharos for an obvious reason. And I get my Roost damage, or whatever. I just heal myself, okay, God. And I go for Toxic. As he goes for a Reflect, so I'm not worried about this Ampharos anymore. Unless it randomly carries Rest. For some whatever reason. So I withdrew into Sand Slash, and he predicts that and goes for a Focus Blast. I was hoping he would use Discharge or whatever. So I get Leftovers Recovery, and now he's obviously going to switch again, so I predict a switch, and I go for a Focus Punch. And guess who he sends out? Barrett! And he takes a Focus Punch to the face, but he lives because of the Reflect. So that's sad. So I predict a trick because that's what most Furrets do. Scratch that, all Furrets do. And he gives me a Choice Band, which sucks because I'm not going to Choice Banded Focus Punch his ass. And he dies in a horrible way. So he sends out Glaceon. I have no safe switching to take a Choice Specs 394 special attacks that Ice Beam. So I just basically leave Sand Slash in to die since he's crippled now anyway because of a Choice Band. And it's a wall one with no attack EV, so that kind of sucks. So I'll go for a Focus Punch because I think I'm locked into it. And yeah, I die in the most horrible way possible. So I send in Octillery, and I predict switch and go for Surf because I used Flamethrower last time. And he sends in what's his face, Ampharos, and it doesn't even do half from an Octillery with Stab. That sucks. Octillery, that sucks. So I send out to Viper as he goes for a Discharge. Thankfully he doesn't get the Parahacks, but yeah. If any of you notice that Viper looks really, really huge, like really, isn't it only like 1 foot long? But just look at it, it looks freaking huge. But anyway, yeah, he predicts an earthquake and goes into Tropius. He thought I was choiced, but I'm not, and I go for a poison jab, and it does a crap load. As he goes for a leech seed, predicting a switch, but utter failure, I don't. So this Viper's almost nearly dead anyway. And just for records, Viper is greater than Arbok. But anyway, I go out into Cacturn, and another horrible switch because he gets an Intimidate off. Plus, I know these things usually carry Ice Fang if they're like physical or superpower. But guess what? You get a superpower, and I stay in because like I have nothing to take a superpower. So that kind of sucks. If I had Sand Slash, I would have done that, but no, it's dead. So I go out into Pidgeot, and yeah. So I'm assuming he's choice because he switches out. And as I go for an Air Slash, because I know he's going to go into Ampharos, predicting a Toxic probably, so I just go for an Air Slash. So I just keep on going for Air Slash because I have no safe switch in for a Discharge. So it's pretty much a good game from here. I'm just doing whatever. So yeah, he flinches, which is like cool because I'm doing like a little toxic Air Slash stalling thing, so I'm like a Togekiss of NU or whatever. And he goes for a Discharge. It doesn't do crap, but he gets a Parahax. And that was kinda gay, because you'll see what happened in a second. Now he goes for Discharge. I clearly live because of bulk, but guess what? Parahax. Yeah. Have you guys ever noticed that for the past few matches, I've been getting screwed over by stuff like this? I mean, first, it was the Jirachi with Freezing, and now it's Parahax. And in the next match I'm going to upload, you'll see some other clearly bad stuff happening, but it's all for good fun because Pokemon is cool. Never saying that again. But well, Pokemon is fun, but still. Yeah, I predicted switch and go for Ice Beam into. I predicted to switch into Tropius, so I go for an Ice Beam. He doesn't switch, and I get raped by Ice Beam, and I go for Poison Jab as the Viper for a revenge kill, as he sends in Luxray, which rapes me, and that's a good game. So good game, X Square. Yeah, I have another match against him, so see you guys later.